What's going on, guys? I'm Weston Mack, and welcome back to One More Minute, the show where each day I get one more minute to talk about whatever I want. And in today's video, we have our most controversial topic yet, and that's why I was shaking my head dramatically at the start of the video. We have my favorite color. Yes. Before we get into that topic, make sure to please like and subscribe to the video. If you haven't already, I'm trying to get to 1 million subscribers by the end of today. But let's jump into it. I know this question has been coming up recently, and I know a lot of you were probably thinking about this. What is Weston's favorite color? And it's complicated. I wouldn't necessarily say I have one favorite color. I would say there is a set of colors, perchance, or multiple colors that I do like a lot. But if I had to narrow it down to like a top 15, I'm kidding. Top 2 colors is blue and red. In particular, I love me regular old navy blue, and I love just standard red. If you look up standard red, that's probably what I like. And those are my 2 favorite colors. And because of that, one of my favorite colors at sometimes and least favorite colors at other times is purple, which makes blue and red makes, yeah. So, why is this? Why do I have to be complicated? Why do I have to be special and have maybe even 3 favorite colors? And might I suggest to you, why don't you have multiple favorite colors? Why not? Why not have multiple colors? Now, navy is a color that has followed me for life, basically. It makes sense why navy is one of my favorite colors. And also red, because blood and the innocent or whatever, it's the whole thing. But then there's also purple, which is I also have reasons to hate. So we'll go color by color and see what we're working with. So with navy, I've grown up loving sports teams that had navy a part of it somehow. My original school district, which was West Orange Stark, the West Orange Stark Mustangs were silver and blue, or like a navy blue. I also grew up loving the Rice Owls, which is a college football, baseball team, all that sort of stuff, navy blue. I also grew up a Cowboys and Yankees fan for football and baseball, both blue. So blue has always been around me somehow, and I even played on the Little League Yankees team as well. So blue is kind of just everywhere in my life, even going as far as living in Los Angeles, liking the Los Angeles Dodgers and going to those games. Different blue, but also it's blue. But red is something interesting because I feel like I have not had the best relationship with red, but understand that red is one of the just coolest colors. I mean, blue's technically, it looks cooler, like, by, like, temperature, but, like, red looks hotter. Like, you know what I'm talking about. Red just looks really cool in a lot of different designs and a lot of different looks. I mean, more recently, I definitely felt a more red, liking red a lot more when in terms of, like, different characters, like, Ruby Rose from Ruby, or Asuka from Evangelion, or Megumin from Konosuba. Like, I like red characters, which I think they stand for red, you know what I'm talking about? But red is just overall, I like it. I think there's so few ties for me personally to red, but I do like the color red. You see what I'm saying? So it's a difference between navy, which is a lifelong, polished and well-groomed relationship when it comes to blue/navy, and then red being this sort of rabid, like, it just looks cool. It's awesome. So we come into purple. What about purple? I'm not sure why I sometimes really dislike purple, and why sometimes I think purple is one of the sickest colors. I think the mixture of the navy and red likeness, I think, is one of the reasons why I like purple. And if you have like a purple design when it comes to a character or some type of like team or whatever, there's a lot of like cool, neat designs when it comes to purple. And it's also that kind of mysterious feeling, in my opinion. Purple is one of those colors where it isn't red versus blue. Purple kind of fits in that weird in-between zone where it's not like happy-go-lucky yellow or like fresh grass green. It's like mysterious purple where you really don't know whether it's going to be good or bad in some scenarios. And that's why I'm kind of more split on it, because I've had good and bad relationship with purple. For instance, a bad relationship. My high school rivalry, geez Louise, with one of our teams for baseball and also football was Ridge Point. It was another high school that we went up against during just our games and stuff like that. And to not like, yeah, we hated those guys. Yeah, we hated those guys. I was just going to try to be gentle, be like, we had minor disagreements. No, we hated those guys. I'm not going to lie. And it showed because there was multiple baseball games, whether it was scrimmages or actual games, that were like a little too close for a fight. Like, okay, if somebody gets hit with a pitch right now, we're clearing the benches, aren't we? And even with football and stuff like that, I mean, yeah, no, we really did not like those guys whatsoever. And it was one of those things where it's like my school was kind of hated on a lot because we were kind of seen like the bunch of like nerds and stuff like that. But also a lot of us got into better schools and kind of presented ourselves as being kind of better than other people. And it didn't really help with our general look. But that's why a lot of our schools didn't like us, and especially Ridge Point, and we didn't like them much either. But they were pretty cool sometimes. I knew a couple good Ridge Point people. But other than that, yeah, pretty bad experience with purple. I'm trying to think of a good experience with purple. Blake Belladonna from Ruby's pretty cool. I really can't think of any other purple things. I'm not going to lie. I went into this video thinking, oh, I'll figure it out as I go. I'm like, red, blue, purple. Purple. Yeah. But I will go into the fact that three favorite-ish colors isn't a bad thing, in my opinion. I think being able to either rotate through different colors or be able to really pick and choose. I know, also, the fact that I'm boy and I like blue also is probably one of the most, I was going to say sexist. Is it sexist to like blue and also be a guy? Is it? It's probably one of the most stereotypical things, I think is the best way to put it. So I think a part of me also doesn't like being stereotypical. So that's probably also me being like, a little bit of a pick-me and being like, well, I also like red and purple. Take that. So, but also, I mean, blue makes sense as really my primary color is the best way to put it. Because, I mean, a lot of these videos I've worn something that has blue in it, including this one. I've cosplayed characters that are blue, like Himmel the Hero. I was going to say the Shield Hero, but he's like bright green, so I was just completely that's just wrong. And obviously grown up a lot of blue. So most people would suspect going into this video, it's probably blue. Overall, it is a plethora of colors. And I think most people should go back. And this is an established thing. You don't have to stay as your favorite color. I know for a lot of people, they're probably in a position where they were probably like 5 or 6 years old and somebody came up on the playground and was like, hey, what's your favorite color? And then they came up with the favorite color right then. You can't go back on that. You're 40 years into your life. You can't suddenly be like, you know what? I'm not a green guy anymore. I'm a magenta. You can't go from green to magenta. And I'm here to say you can be. You can be a magenta if you really want to. This video's taking a turn for the interesting. But what I'm trying to say is that you shouldn't be locked down by your favorite color, especially in design and stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out my own fashion in a sense. I'm more for utility than looking swag. And I'm trying to get out of that. I'm trying to look a little more swag than utility. And one of those things is breaking out of wearing a lot of blue, wearing those colors. I've been wearing more green, which has been interesting. It has been controversial at times because people are like, why aren't you wearing blue? And I'm like, why do you care? That's a little concerning. So we're working through it. So if you really don't want to be a poop brown guy, you were like, you know what? I'm gonna have brown as my favorite color. And then you suddenly are like, you know what? One day I strive to be a pastel blue. I strive to be a pastel blue, and I think you can do that. This is turning into more of like an inspirational speech about colors. This is not what this channel is meant for, but here we are. So all in all, I think as we wrap up the end of this video, I really want you to look inwards. I want you to look inwards and figure out what color do you like the most? And then think about it for a while and be like, is this a societal pressure color? Or is this truly the color you want to like? Man, we're 12 days into this, and I'm already losing it. Just a little bit, not that much yet. We'll probably get to like day 13, then I'll lose it. But day 12 is we're starting to show signs. It's not good. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You can tell certain videos I go in with an actual fully functioning idea, whether it was my analytics video or talking about the idea of 10 minutes and stuff like that. But then you have videos like this, where the only thing I go into it is what's my favorite color. And it's turned into this big inspirational thing. It's not a bad video. I hope not. I hope you do leave a like and subscribe and comments down below. But man, if we're doing this on day 12, I cannot wait to see what day 365 has for us. I still really haven't fully figured out an outro for these videos either. I'm not gonna lie. Some of these I've like screamed at the end. Some of the, like the last one I walked out. I was like, oh, how funny or whatever. I know you guys laughed at that. Some of these, I really don't know how to outro. So, anyways, pick your color. Leave it in the comment down below. Leave your favorite color down below. Yeah, we'll do that.